All right. Welcome everyone. Welcome to another day of the Agile Scrum. And I see here there are various new joiners where first timers are in numbers. So what we'll do, I'll ask who all have joined for the first time. Kindly raise your hand. Raise your virtual hand. There is a uh, there is an option where you can raise your hand. Okay, so okay, Yakshi. So Yakshi is your day one. So what you have to do is that you have to introduce yourself. Who are you? From where you are connecting? What background you have, and have you ever worked in any industry? So Yakshi, over to you first.
Hi Gaurav, I'm Yakshi. I'm located in Canada and I have 5 years of experience in IT industry as an .NET developer. But after that, from India. After that, I moved to US. So I don't have EAD, so that's why I have a 4 years of career gap. After that, we just moved to Canada and I have my work permit. So I'm resuming my work here. So I'm looking in BA as in, so that's my history as.
And why did you decide to move in BA?
Actually, first of all, I don't want to move in coding side because there are mostly like technology changes very much. And for the business analyst, I think there are more scope and I have interest over the like people communicating with and I'm also dealing last in my career. I've also deal with the client to get some requirements and I have interest in all these things.
Awesome,
So
awesome,
I,
Yakshi. Thank you so much for sharing this and welcome to Guru Schools and thank you for joining on time. So please, everyone, type in the chat window, welcome Yakshi. And Yakshi, you can go on mute. Jyoti, yes,
yeah,
welcome
thank you.
Jyoti. You're welcome. So Jyoti, yes, kindly introduce in the same format how Yakshi has shared her introduction. Over to you.
Actually, I'm from non-IT background, but I have my MBA. So I'm living in USA from long time. I'm working in Cullen College as a admission. So I want to switch my career. So I want to do as a business analyst because I have already MBA in healthcare. So that's why I think that's the most suitable. And I personally don't want any coding and I don't want to learn those kind of things. So I just want to go in that direction, Scrum Master or this one.
Thank you so much, Jyoti, for sharing this. So everyone, please type in the chat window, welcome Jyoti. So thank you, Jyoti, for sharing that. Let's move to Priyanka. Priyanka, welcome to Guru Schools. Kindly use the same format how Yakshi and Jyoti has shared. So over to you and please introduce yourself, Priyanka.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Priyanka and currently I'm located in Delaware and my previous experience in education department as I have master's in chemistry and Bachelor of Education I have. But when I moved to the US and because of my visa status, I was on H4 visa. So there's a gap in my career. And now as I got my EAD, so I was looking for the options. And as I explored everywhere, I found the BA most suitable for me as it's not something I have to deal with the coding. So that's why I thought of BA and I found it interesting and best suited for me.
Wow. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Priyanka, for telling this and letting us know. So everyone, please type in the chat window, welcome Priyanka. Priyanka, one thing that I missed, do you have any previous working experience in any field?
Actually, I have working experience in education department only. I was working, I had government job in India. And just because we moved to the US, I had to leave that.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. So everyone, you can lower your hand if you have already shared. And in case someone here who has not yet shared and this is your day one, so you can raise your hand and you can unmute yourself and you can start introducing yourself. So I'll just count three, and if not, we will continue to move. So 1, 2, 3, and thank you so much, everyone. So thank you so much to each one of you who welcomed, and thank you so much who joined on time. Let's get started. So it's more
Sorry,
or
Gaurav.
less.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, Kia. So
Okay, I'm really sorry.
no
I'm
problem.
new over here. This is my day first.
Okay, so
And
could you
somehow I'm
introduce?
not sure, definitely. But before we do that, I just wanted to let you know that somehow I'm not able to raise my hand in this group.
Okay.
But I'll see what happens. I'll see what happens to this.
No
And
worries.
so, moreover, hi guys, this is Kea, and I'm from Toronto. So basically, I have been like working as a telecommunication sales representative since past 4 years. And then suddenly, I was talking to my friend, and honestly, like being an IT background, I was not looking to code and build my career in that. So that is the reason I opted for business analyst.
Awesome, Kia. So Kia, do you have any how much years of experience into IT?
So honestly, for IT, I don't have any experience because over here when I came here for the graduation. I did my further studies, and then I had to do my PR. So that is the reason I just took a knock B level job, which is in telecommunication. So yeah, I was working as a sales representative.
All right, thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Hi, Gaurav. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not even, I face the same problem as I'm not able to raise the hand in the Zoom meeting. So would you mind if I can start with my intro now?
Yes, Janani, please.
Yeah, sure.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, all. Sorry for interrupting. Yeah. I'm Janani, and yeah, I've joined for the BA Agile Scrum, and my HR point of contact is Priyanka Joshi. And I am currently having a career gap of 10 years. And previously, I was working back in India in the publishing domain, and I was working in the copyrights department, and I have also worked as a copy editor. And both have been basically in the publishing domain. And I just received my EAD a month back. So through the Guru Schools, I'm hoping to get placed in a good firm with a good profile. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Janani, for sharing this. And welcome
Thank
to
you.
Guru Schools, and welcome to this Be Agile Scrum track. Collins, is it your day one as well? Collins, you can unmute and speak. Collins, is it your day one? Okay, one. Collins, two.
No, it's not my first day. I was there last week.
You were there
I joined.
last.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone, first of all, thank you so much for joining in time. One more time, I must appreciate you all. Why? Because as being the working day, and still you come back from your work or your daily ruts, and then you choose to join in over here. It really takes, energy. You have that one, and I must appreciate you too for that one and showing up before time. So those who have joined here for the first time, I have a question to you all, and the question is that you can unmute and you can answer me that what is one reason which was the part of your introduction which you missed to tell, one reason you are here? What could you say that? What you can unmute and you can answer that.
This is Janani. Can I say?
Yeah, please go ahead. Anyone.
Okay. I will be very frank, openly. So for the past 1 month, before joining before even opting for the BA profile, I directly tried applying for various profiles here in USA, starting from admin work to customer care and everything. But everyone, basically wanted some US background work experience. So I accepted that. And then when I discussed with my husband, since he was also into the software field, he gave me an option of choosing the BA role because I'm basically not from software or computer science background. I'm from basically life sciences background. And also to land in a good firm with a good salary, and to also scale up my career, though I'm starting a bit late, he opted he gave me an option to choose this career. And after going through certain profiles and just going through
Janani,
the
sorry, you
websites.
did not understand what one thing you
Mhm.
think that you have joined here for. You need not to
Like
tell me
yeah,
all the
Guru
details.
Schools, I thought is the most authentic firm to get placed in a good firm.
Awesome, Janani. Thank you so much for this
Yeah.
clarity. And I hope everyone will echo with Janani that you are here not just for the training, you are here for placement. Am I right?
That's
Each one
correct.
of
Yes.
Okay, so make sure you are working on your goal every single time, and you are not only attending this training, but also you are attending another training, which is more important. It's for your profile optimization and for your marketing, and connecting you with the vendors and client. And that session is anyone can answer apart from this.
RRRP.
Exactly, exactly.
What's the full
SRRP
form of
session, which is called
RRRP?
as reference ready resume preparation. What did you say, Jyoti?
Oh, I was just asking what is the full form of that because RRR movie was so famous. A
Yeah.
lot of students
So no,
got thinking.
RRP was before that. So RRR came later. RRP session was before that. So now you got the drill is a reference ready resume preparation. But now listen to this very closely. Just to get place, it does not require your own just willingness to get place, because later what may happen, that will may go you know uh, less boiled, or it may go cold. So to make it always hot, and make it always pushing towards getting you placed, you need to follow certain ground rules. We call it as a code of honor. What do we call it as? Exactly. And we are going to quickly run through what these code of honor are. And this has been from day one of existence of this track in Guru schools. So what are these? Let me quickly share my screen and let me know if you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so
Yes.
much. By the way, before we get started, this is for the first timers. So generally we are two trainers. One is myself and second is Prerna. Prerna somehow could not join today, and I'll be your another trainer. So quickly, is it all right if I can quickly tell about myself, or you
Yeah.
know already,
Yeah,
everyone?
sure.
No, no, please tell us. Yeah.
Thank you
Please
so
tell
much.
us something about yourself.
So my name is Gaurav, and I come from 19 years of IT field background. Currently, I'm working with a US-based company as a release manager. I have emerged in the various roles. Like I have worked as a when I started my career, I started as QA. I worked as a BA. I worked as a service delivery manager and whatnot on various roles. Apart from this, I am a mindset coach. I am a business coach. I am a abundance healer and whatnot. And also, I am a best-selling author on in Amazon India for writing a sci-fi book for giving a self-help background to my readers. And so far, I have impacted 8,000 students, and every one of them, most of them, follow these code of honor. Okay, and this code of honor is so common to uplift and upgrade in your life to reach to some destination. This is going to be very helpful for you. So is it all right if I can go ahead and share this and unveil these all six code of honor to you? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much. And at the same time, what I'm going to do is that I'll keep an eye over, joinees. If someone is sitting there on the door, I'll be giving them entry into this room over the Zoom. So thank you so much. So, and meanwhile, in case you are not speaking, and be mindful that your voice may come inside. So just take care of that. Okay. And recording is going on. All right.
Yeah.
So So first code of honor says that showing up live, where you need to be on time, remain punctual, and remain highly committed. Why you need to do so? So can someone tell me why you need to follow this showing up live, very first code of honor? And anyone who is already continuing in this batch can unmute and answer this. Why you need to practice to show up live? Who can?
This is Jyoti, and
Yeah, go ahead.
The reason is because, time is the main thing. We have to value the time for hours time and launch, because time never returns.
अरे वो ऐसे ही थोड़ा मोटिवेशन के लिए शो अप लाइव भी पंक्चुअल ये वो हम चालू करने से पहले हम
Okay, so this is good that I heard someone's voice. This is not for motivation. Okay, this is very, very important, because if context is not said, you are not at all aware what is going to be content. Okay, so it's not all about content. It's all about context. It's all about what, everyone?
I think
Context.
professionalism.
Yeah.
Context.
Yes. So Agile is full of ceremonies. That is the first thing. Agile is full of ceremony, and that demand from the future Scrum Master to practice this. Okay. How you can practice this? You need to be on time and practice this in every ceremony. And if you take this training as a part of project, you are able to replicate this. That is the one thing. Second thing is that it says that once you practice this, you will be able to replicate that, because it says that how you do anything is how you do everything. That's number one. Number two is that you are starting here. You could be anyone. You might have some background already, some background of experience already. So you are starting here again as a student. But my request is to not just to become a student, you need to become a full stack student. Why do I repeat? Because that gives you alignment. Okay, that's give you reminder, and that gives you get going. That let you get going, so that ultimately you continue to get blessed. If these code of honor are missing, you're not going to remain disciplined. You will keep on a talker. You are going to keep on an action talker. And I want each one of you to become action taker, so that you get placed. And trust me, not everyone get placed. Okay. You join your journey with full of enthusiasm. Hey, I need to get placed, need to get placed. But very few of you follow this code of honor, and those who followed at the T, these code of honor, and also learn, they definitely get placed. Okay, so be mindful. This code of honor is the ground rule for you to get placed. So just not to be become a student, but become a full stack student. For that, you need to do all the assignments what I'm going to give. So assignments are said assignment and unsaid assignment. Unsaid assignments are there that whatever you learn, you need to just summarize that less than 90 seconds, and you need to share it back in WhatsApp group. And why you need to share it back? Because every single time on Guru School's platform, various vendors are sitting. They are observing you, that how you are emerging, and you can beat the professional interviews or not. And they find that you have emerged at a point that you look very confident, and you have the ability to grab and crack interviews. You are picked further. So this is how the benefit of doing all the assignment and do all the self research, repeat whatever you have learned, that comes into being the full stack student. Third is that take the full responsibility of success. While you do so, you will find you are succeeding. And if you don't do that, what is going to happen? You are going to fail. Okay. And if you are going to fail, you need to take the responsibility of that as well. Why? Because when you take the responsibility of it, then only you can correct it. Then only this failure does not remain the failure, that will become the trail for the success. And it can only happen when you take the full responsibility of it as well. Because this is quite easy to talk about success. This is quite easy to take the responsibility of it. But when it comes to succeeding despite the failure, you need to take the responsibility of that. The fourth one says that to do so, it requires really the mindset. Okay, what kind of mindset it requires? Because agility is two things. Okay, agility is in fact a triangle. Agility, it requires three things from you. And what is that three things? It is nothing but it's your intent, it's your mindset, and it's your soft skill. And that's the reason it comes this mindset for you. You must have the learning mindset, you must have positive mindset. More positive you will find yourself. You know, your intent to deliver any project or any product once you are already working will continue to meet the deadline if you are get going, if you are sticking by this being positive mindset. More positive you are, you will find more complaint free you are going, and you are loaded with gratitude, and that brings more productivity and enhances your performance in reality. So that's the reason it demands this mindset. And to inculcate such mindset, you need to increase your receptivity from day one. And for that, I give you 30 days challenge that you need to practice from day one. And you need to ask for this audio. This is not for everyone that I can give it to you. This is only for those one who come back, remember this, and ask me, hey, I am serious and I want to follow this 30 days of challenge. And I want to see that how it is impacting my every single day to move ahead towards getting place. So this works and this behaves a very vital role. In fact, this impacts like a very vital role in your life when you will start using it in your day-to-day life, and you will see how it is helping you and your every single work positively that you can just only experience. So whoever wants to be the part of that, what you can do, you can ask me for the audio track. You can put it in 2x mode and start listening to this audio track every single day until you get place. And when you can use that while you are jogging or running or doing yoga or any exercise, you can just put it in 2x mode. You can complete in 20 minutes, and this is 40 minutes long audio track that you can finish just in 20 minutes by listening to it in 2x mode. So this is how it is going to happen, the 30 days challenge. But because we are getting into deep learning, I want each one of you to practice the golden quadrant of learning. See, when you join any track, okay, this is you will find that instructor and tutors are presenting you in a very complex manner so that it may sound interesting. Me and Prerna works in a way that we bring such examples that makes things simplified, so that it can become effective and you can really remember and retain in your memory for longer. So I have a question. How do you want us to teach you or share this information with you for Be Agile Scrum, so that it may sound very much interesting or it may sound very simple for you? How do you want us to share with you? Simple, interesting, not in a simple manner.
Yeah, and with examples, maybe.
Okay, so I'll repeat. Do you want in a very complex and interesting manner or simple and effective manner? Tell me again.
Simple and effective.
Okay.
Simple and effective.
Simple and effective. Is it for everyone? Anyone who does not want simple and effective? Okay, thank you so much for agreeing that you want simple and effective. That's how we get it, and that's how we teach it. And yeah, and for that we want you to follow this golden quadrant of learning. Golden quadrant of learning comes with a 4-step. And let me quickly tell you that what do we mean by this? Declaration with the anchor. How many of you know what is anchor is? Okay, so yes, I'll tell you what is anchor. How many of you seen a ship at harbor? Anyone here who has seen that?
Yes.
Yes. So ship at harbor without an anchor, if standing tall, there are chances it may wander. Okay. But when you put an anchor, it will stand tall. Likewise, your focus in the ocean of thoughts has very much high chances may wander just after 5 minutes or 7 minutes. But we will anchor it, and anchor will be the bodily anchor. We call it as a part of NLP, we will do that and get into deep learning so that you will remain focused and continue to learn and retain in memory. Once you follow the declaration with anchor, learn it, and then you need to draw it. You need to take all the notes on a piece of paper by using pen or pencil, not just taking the digital notes. Okay. And when you do that, you must draw all those notes and then summarize back, as I say, in the 90 seconds. Okay. So you need to do so. And then are you all ready for the declaration, what I was talking as a first step with anchor? Say yes.
Yes.
So how we are going to do, what is going to be anchor? Anchor is nothing but a self clap or self high five, and then repeat what you see on the screen in blue. Can you all see something on the screen selected in blue?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's get started. At the count of 3, you are going to repeat after me after clapping. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm
I'm a
a
quick
quick
I'm a
learner.
quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What others can learn and
Master.
master,
I too can do that.
I
I
too
too can
You can
do
do
that.
that.
One more time, 1, 2, 3, and clap. Because I'm an awesome learner,
Because I'm
Because
an
I'm an
awesome
awesome
learner.
learner,
today's learning is
Today's
today's
learning
learning
is
is
going to be super duper easy to me. Going to be super
going to
duper
be
easy.
super duper
Super
easy to
duper
me.
easy to me.
Thank you so much for saying so. Yes, because you said so, it is
I'm
going to be
clapping
super
also.
duper easy to you. If someone says that it is going to be boring, it is going to be boring for you. If someone say that it is not interesting, it is not going to be interesting for you. It's always what you say. Okay. So, but with anchor, it is going to be in that way. So, because many of you are experienced over here, you have 5 years of experience, 6 years of experience, 11 years of experience, 26 years of experience. This is very vital. Even though if you have learned means working experience, you are here for learning as well. So don't keep your ego, but keep your ego away on this path of learning, because that keeps you more spiritually grounded. What do I mean by that? Your happiness level increases, and today happiness is new productivity. And when you will get grounded with the spirituality, your happiness grow, you will find you are ready for more learning. And while you are learning, you have intention behind those learning to start earning. So whenever you start earning, or if you are already have start earning, you need to grow that. How will you grow that? For that, you need to have intent of doing the charity. You can do wherever you believe in. Any causes could be donating to orphanage and old age home or temple, mosque, church, wherever you believe in. How much? 5 or 10%. Because when you give, you grow. When you receive, you survive. I'm sure, damn sure, that you are not here just for just for survival. You are all here for the growth, money growth. Okay, do that and see the impact of it also. And while you are doing this, appreciate what you do, what others do for you, and even what does not happen to you, remember this is preparing you for the next step. So you need to appreciate that, because what you appreciate appreciates you back. Having said so, is it yes from each one of you? You are going to abide by these 6 code of honor so that you can attract and get placed, or place where you can attract. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with me, and first sharing your introduction, and now learning this code of honor. And we will straight away take a deep dive towards the real learning. So far, I want to hear from people who are attending. This is going to be day 2 of business analysis. And business analyst, day 1, what we have covered. Can someone tell me what we have gone through on day 1? Who can?
Prerequisites.
Prerequisite. Yes, Monica. What
What
else?
is business analyst and who is?
Yeah. What is the?
And tools we use in business analysis.
Yeah.
Why business analysis is needed?
The role
Yeah.
of the business analysis.
Exactly. So what we have shared.
Responsibility.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. So what we have shared so far on day 1, it was all about business analysis. Okay. Who is business analyst, why business analysis is needed, and means what is the role of business analyst and all. These were in detail. What kind of tools they use, we also talked about that. So few tools we looked at, and quickly I'll run you through that. We have looked at these kind of tools what business analyst can use. It could be Microsoft Excel, Google Docs, Trello, Pencil, and there are multiple more tools. Okay, we also looked at it at the detailed level why it is important. Like we covered MS PowerPoint, MS Excel, and Microsoft Word and MS Visio. How many of you have heard these tools name already? How many of you? Yeah. And
Yes.
I
have.
anyone
I have.
anyone who is not, who has not heard this? These tools name Agile, sorry, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Visio.
We have
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We have heard.
everyone has heard. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now we are going to continue in this journey, and we talk about, so can someone tell me before I talk about the next slide, what is one key job of business analyst? Please, you can unmute yourself and talk about one key job of business analyst, please.
He will be like a bridge between the two parties, like product owner, stakeholder, and the Scrum team.
Yeah,
Like
Sahita.
the requirements, data gathering
Analysis.
and analysis.
Analyzing the issues.
Analyzing the issues. What else?
To gather the requirements from the client.
Exactly. That's the gathering the requirement from the client. Okay. So these requirements could be what?
What are the new changes he
build a
wants?
product according to the product.
Anything to make the product complete.
Yes, anything to make the product complete. This is going to be requirement. This requirement comes from whom?
Client.
Stakeholders.
Requirements.
Yeah, this
Customers.
comes, yes,
Client.
this comes from
Clients, I
client,
think
customer,
Product owner.
stakeholders, product owners. Yes, product owner is the bridge between client and team.
from team.
So, so product owner can pass that. However, sometimes product owner takes the business analyst together so that they can grab the requirement what exactly customer wants. So can you give me example of 2 or 3 types of example? What could be the requirement of?
To build a website or
To build a
what he
website, number 1. Number 2, any
Or
other?
it can be to fix any bug in existing application or website.
Okay, to fix it, some bunch of bugs in the existing website or
What
somewhere.
functionality they
Want to
add
add any further
enhance
modules to the existing
Add
website?
different functionalities.
Okay, adding some new modules into the
New
existing functionality. So one example of the website. Second example, can you give from the scratch? Means what one company can think of any kind of requirement?
maybe they have a website and they want to launch an
Okay.
application for them.
So website is there. So what kind of application could be as a part of requirement if it is new at all?
A sales point application, maybe.
Sales portal, did you say?
Yes.
Okay, so sales portal, that's a very good example, could be the another requirement. What else? Website.
Financial
Go ahead.
banking, some banking domains project.
Banking project, like you go to
RI factor there, they have to do something in their RI factor sometimes.
yeah. So
Yeah,
how-
sometimes they may have to get the data from their old system to the new system which they are going to.
Yeah,
so
maybe they
that's-
want to update.
Yes, so that we have covered. Thank you so much. In fact, each one of you, whatever the answer you gave is right. Now, let me ask you this question. How many of you have ever called to any customer care?
Yeah,
Yes, we have.
We did.
You called, and what they ask you sometimes, do they ask you to put you on hold for a few minutes and so that they can check the system?
yes.
Yes.
In the system could be insurance system, this could be banking system. They look about you. Okay, they look at your data, your communication, your transaction as well. So these are the kind of a requirement which has been given to the user or to these callers so that they can access your data and they can look at it. This is the best example to know what they look at. They look at the software. Softwares are the requirement developed by the vendors, but the requirement which was given by the companies
Client.
to the vendor. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we are going to look at that. Yeah. So someone wants to say something?
Yeah, I was just asking, usually when we are on calls with the customer cares, right? We experience very often they also say that your conversation will be recorded for training and
Yeah.
improvement
Purposes.
purposes or something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
So do
So
we fix from our conversations also, okay, that we can fix this or fix that?
yeah. So any question over here? Do you have?
I mean, is that the reason why they record those conversations so that they can use it for the further development?
Yeah,
or
so data will continue to build up and they can check the history. So sometimes some software some software are enabled in a way that grabs the audit log. So what is audit log? Audit log means after logging into the system, what all the activities you have done, that is called as audit log. It shows all the history, whatever you have performed. If you have deleted some data, if you have modified some data, what all things you have done, that is available in that system. That appears as an audit log or history or activity history. Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. And I have one question. Colin, you had raised your hand. Did you have any question earlier? I was in flow, so I did not interrupt that time. So do you want to ask something?
Yeah, so I wanted to ask if we're going to have real life projects. That was what we're talking about. That was initially.
Yeah. So you wanted to know about real-time projects, yeah?
No, so maybe in this class, throughout this process for 8 weeks, are we going to have real life
Okay,
projects?
so don't worry about that. As I say, be very much present over here in every session, and we teach in a way that every single session will appear to you as a project. That's number one. Number two, despite this all, we continue to give you some workshop, and we arrange some workshop for you so that you can participate in it. And very soon you are going to see. In fact, our last session after business analysis track are more towards the workshop. So that also gives you some experience. Okay. Did I answer your query, Paul?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's move. Because you are talking about requirement, let's understand what is requirement gathering. Okay. So there are two types of requirement. One is functional requirement. One is non-functional requirement. So functional requirement, those are first, collected into FRD. What is FRD? Can someone tell me?
Functional requirement document.
Exactly. Functional required document. What do we mean by function? Function means some functionality that let you move from one action to another action. Say, for example, if you are clicking on the button next, you will land into the next screen. If you will click on the button back, you will come back on the next screen. Means you are moving. There is some action happening. When you click on the save button, it gets saved somewhere. Okay. When you click on the open button, it opens some module. Okay. It opens the open window. Okay. So this is how there are very tiny and very granular level of movement you see in the software, and that happens because these are the functionality of those buttons that comes under the functional requirement. It has to do more with what? So can someone read this where my mouse is hovering?
Feature, usability, capabilities, and operations of a product.
Yes, exactly. So about feature, usability, capabilities, and operation of product, these all come under functional requirement, and those are stored initially in functional requirement document. What is that? FRD is? Everyone?
Functional requirement
document.
Yes, and when I'm asking you some question, everyone can unmute and you can speak as in chorus, so that I'm sure that you are listening to me. Okay, so thank you so much. So the next requirement, so this functional requirement is gathered in FRD, that is functional requirement document. And before that, in fact, Before that, SOW is given. So what is SOW? Can someone tell me?
Statement of work.
Exactly. This is called as statement of work, that that is in communication between vendor and client about the high level of requirement just on a piece of paper or one pager document. It is almost sometime. So this is a statement of work, and more or less business analyst won't really get in detail, or any other team member, but it is really helpful for you to convert SOW into FRD. So another type of requirement is what? Where my mouse is? Non-functional. Non-functional. It can be captured in TRD. What is TRD? Any guesses?
Technical requirement document.
Absolutely, yes. Thank you so much for sharing that. A non-functional is wrapped under technical requirement document. So you have functional and you have what else? Technical. That's right. So in non-functional requirement, you will find they more or less talk about performance of the software, stability of the software, security and technicality of the software. When we talk about performance and stability, can you give me some example of performance and stability? Anyone?
Maybe how fast or slow the system is
When
running.
more number of users are logged in to Amazon at the same time, does the
Okay.
website function same
Okay,
every time?
that's absolutely right. Let me ask in another way. How would you realize that any software is not really performing well and or not stable?
It takes long to load.
Taking long time to load.
Taking long time to load, that is one. Second, what?
When it crashes
It
down.
will.
When it crashes down, that's absolutely. When it is hung, when it is crashes and crashing or something like that, that is time you realize that it is not stable, it is not performing, it is taking time to load. So yes, these all come under non-functional requirement, and so it should be defined by customer how long it should take, and take time to load, take time to transition from one screen to another screen. Okay, how many user concurrently it can take the load of, okay, so that it doesn't crash. Okay, and what should be the speed from transition from one screen to another screen. So every single thing is gathered in non-functional requirement. So what kind of requirement you will understand? So of course, functional and non-functional requirement are part of solutions. Part of what, everyone? Solution. And these comes from where? From stakeholder. So stakeholder, everyone. So stakeholder means what? You also become the part of stakeholder, who are vendor, and clients are also, sponsors are also part of stakeholder, and they brainstorm together when requirement is being generated, and they agree, hey, we want this feature, but we also want this feature. So with the agreement, we reach at a place that what all the requirement one system can handle, and that comes from stakeholder, and they make sure that all the requirement is fulfilling what requirement? Business requirement.
Business requirement.
Yes. So business requirement are also part of stakeholders requirement, and at the end you are giving the solution which covers functional and non-functional requirement, which covers what? Everyone?
Functional and non-functional
requirement. Exactly.
Non-functional requirements.
Exactly. And in a nutshell, these all requirements is also called as transition requirement. What, everyone?
Transition requirement.
That's right. That's all right. So let's move further and understand these requirements as an example. Okay, imagine how many of you know about PayPal. How many of you heard the name PayPal?
Yes.
So in an example of this requirement, we know what we have to do. We need to know what we are going to do. We need to know where we are going to integrate that requirement, when this requirement should get place, why it should be very much clear, why means goal. And we also should know the assumption. Okay. So as a future business analyst, if you are gathering any data, you must make sure these WH questions are answered. So what do I mean by WH question initially? What, where, when, why?
Why?
Exactly. This is answered. Also, anything that you can think of assuming, that has to be also documented. All right, with me so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And not only the assumption, but also exclusion should be documented. Because later client may ask, hey, why did not you include this? Then you should have some document or proof to showcase, hey, I had showcased you the assumption and exclusion part as well. And you said, yes, let's go ahead with that. With me, everyone so far? So that
Yeah.
you are
Yes.
firm in what you are giving. So
Yes.
in fact, when you define the inclusion, when you define the exclusion, and when you define the assumption, all them together, inclusion, exclusion, assumption. Can you all repeat with me? Inclusion, exclusion, and assumption. Inclusion,
Exclusion, and assumptions.
yeah. So these are together called as scope. These are together called as what?
Scope.
Yes, scope. Scope means you know what you are including, what you are excluding. So let's look at this PayPal example. So what we are going to do that, we are going to integrate PayPal where on the checkout screen. Okay, where we are going to integrate PayPal?
Checkout screen.
Yeah, so on the checkout screen, can any one of you tell one example of the website where you see the checkout option is available?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah, widely known
Walmart.
example, Walmart.
Shopping.
Yes, so these are, Amazon is the widely known example all over available. Okay, so there you see the checkout page, and after checkout, what do you do?
Payment.
Payment. And for payment solution, you have PayPal integration. But it says that when it has to be applied within step 3 of 4. Okay, there are total four steps involved, but at the third step for the checkout experience, after the shipping address is entered in the web form and you are about to confirm, okay, so after that time this has to appear. Okay, so this has to appear for payment service in this case because it easily meets client requirement, so that client can complete the payment. Client can complete what? Payment. So at the third step, it says that before confirmation, PayPal should be integrated. And what we are assuming over here, we are assuming that flat fee for all shipping and handling will be there. All shipping is within the US only, and it is not including Alaska or Hawaii. Okay. And taxes do not apply at all further. So these clarity is already jotted down in the part of assumption. Okay. Then exclusion part. So it also says that custom shipping and handling fee calculation, we are not going to include it. Shipping internationally, we will exclude. We will also not ship to Alaska and Hawaii. Okay. And any other tax rule apart from what was mentioned in the inclusion, we are going to exclude that. So by using this all 5, 6, 7 pointers, do you think that we are almost covering the basic requirement of PayPal integration? Because they should also know what you are not including. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
I want someone to read this, remember a part, the last line. One person.
Remember, the smaller the delta between client explanation and reality with their digital product, the happier your client is going to be with the end result.
So what I come to say here, one very good thing, that you don't need to be the only BA or Scrum Master of the company, but also I coined this term which we call it as that you need to become CDO of the company. What do we mean by CDO? Any guesses?
Chief Developmental Officer.
No.
Development.
So let me tell you. I want you to be client delight officer. Okay. So what do we mean by client delight officer? Here, did you read that? The happier your client is going to be with the end result. So you are going to continue to get more work from them. Will you be happy if client is returning to you and ask you for the repeat order if you are doing any business?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so imagine every single staff in your small store, if you are running at all as a business, if they are serving by abiding by your goal, by abiding by your business goal, you will be more trusted employee, and there are chances of you getting promotion become higher as well. Ultimately, you're serving to your company because your company is serving to your client. Because client goes happier, gives more money, you also gain more money. Do you agree with this or not?
Yes.
Yes, everyone wants money, more money, in fact. So the more happier client, more money is visible to come in, and there are chances you will take back more money as well, and it will continue to happen. More your client will remain delight. So it also says that the smaller the delta between client expectation and reality with their digital product, it is going to make your client really happier. So what do we mean by that? A smaller the delta between client expectation and reality. Say, for example, client comes to you and says that I want you to design a form where I can see all the details of my client. Okay. So now client has this expectation, all the details. So as a business analyst, what will you do? What will you do?
What includes in the details, like the name, what he wants actually, the information.
Okay.
Whatever
So,
the client wants, we want to give him that.
yeah. So what should be your reaction when you hear this from client? What as a next step
Gaurav, can
immediately?
you repeat the question, please?
So question is, the client asks you to do one thing, whatever your name is, take your name and say that, hey, can you design me a form where I can gather all the details of my client? So what will you do after listening
Ask
to this?
questions.
Exactly, that's brilliant. And let's give a round of applause for this answer, everyone. Yes, you need to ask this question. Okay. Question when you will ask, you will get more of what?
Clarity
Understanding
requirements.
idea.
That's right answer. You will get more of the clarity. Clarity about when you will ask, hey, do you want to capture me his name, their address, their phone number, their latland, okay, location, locality, okay, or anything else do you want me to capture? And then client will understand that you are understanding the client, more happy the client would be, because they are always giving complex requirement and you are here to simplify them. And how do you simplify them? What did you do? You ask
By asking questions.
by asking question. Exactly. So this is most important tool. Okay. And
Yeah.
client will become more happier because they understand that you are understanding, and client will remain more engaged with you. Do you all agree with this? What is the importance here
Yes.
to
Yes.
minimizing
Yes.
the delta? Yeah, cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's move further and understand what could be the requirement gathering process. Okay, can we
Yeah.
move further?
Yes.
Everyone,
Yes. Yes.
let's move further. Thank you. So first, when you meet a client comes with a lot of requirement. So as a first step, what you will do?
Take note.
Take notes.
Exactly. Take notes and use your creative mind and
Creativity.
yeah, showcase some creativity when you are taking notes. You can also make some annotation, means pictorial representation, because client is dictating their requirement, right? Now,
Yes.
till three step, all these things you will perform in front of client. Okay, product owner is taking you in front of a client and they ask you, they take your name, Janani, Jennifer, Kia, Mamta, Nikita, Nirmal, Priyanka, Pooja, Ritika, Tushar, Unnati, Yakshi, Abdul, Amruta, Collins, Harsh, Harshita, in fact everyone. So in Baskiran, can you rename your name in Baskiran? I think we have never used your name. So what is your right name to pronounce it?
It's
Pinba, Gaurav. Sorry, I logged in from a different device today.
Okay, so could you please rename that so that I can pronounce the right name? Thank you so much. We can take Jalpa's name, Jyoti's name, Harsh name, and Pratiksha name, Preeti name, Ramni name, Siva Shakti, Smriti, and Vimal. And we ask you all, hey, please can you join me, because we are heading towards the customer, and whatever the conversation happened, based on that, you need to take the notes as a part of requirement gathering. Till stage number 3, you do that. Okay.
Okay.
So, and my apology if I could not take someone else's name because it might have jumbled. So thank you so much for your understanding. And then as a step number 4, you come back your home, and your home is your office. And then every single company will have their own template. Will they have their own what, everyone? Template for requirement gathering. Okay, they use spreadsheet, they may use word processing document or Google Docs or anything. They will ask you, hey, use this template and write them all the requirement in that document, and in that template you will find that use cases are already included. As a part of assignment, listen very closely everyone, as a part of assignment, I want all of you to go ahead and look for functional requirement document on internet. Do your self research. What you will look for?
Functional
requirement document.
You will find n number of template. You need to just download 1, 2, or 3. Okay, not more than that. Templates. So why you need to download that? Because when you will compare these 3 templates, you will find all of them templates are with slight variation. With slight what? Variations. So company to company it changes. Okay, and that's the reason there is not always a fixed form of any requirement document, because company also design for their own purpose solution. Okay, for their own purpose as well. So what happens once you write all the requirement on the template given by your company, or if not at all existing, you will have the fair idea by tomorrow when you will download and look at it, what all the inclusion of functional requirement document. Is that all right? To everyone is going to do that?
Yes.
Thank
Can
you.
you just repeat the name alone? So functional
Requirement document, FRD. We were looking at. Okay, so there you capture the functional requirement. And what happens as a 4th step, when you jot them down, what happens? You bring everyone together. They could be your peers, they could be your seniors, they could be your juniors. You discuss with them, hey, this is the requirement for our client, and let's review together. And you come across that people are asking you some important questions. Okay, so based on those questions, you can include more requirement, or you may create those questions for customers. With me so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. And those questions sometimes can be directly answered by who?
Business analyst or product owner.
Some question could be answered by business analyst or product owner, and even sometimes they cannot answer that, then who can answer them?
Client.
Exactly. And for that, you also hold an external review at the next step. Clear?
Okay.
So first internal review, you gain more queries and more scope, visibility. You discuss all this in the external review with the client and vendors, and there all the questions which are remaining will get answered. So this is the 6-step process of requirement gathering. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Any question over here?
Yeah.
No.
Can you just repeat the internal review part alone, sir?
Okay. So what do you want me to do in internal review? What all happens in the internal review?
No, like with whom we discuss that portion alone.
Okay,
The
so
team.
it could be your seniors, it could be your peers, or it could be your juniors. Okay, say for example, you are working as senior business analyst in one company, and you are also assisted by a junior business analyst or associate. Okay, they will be here. You will also invite some developer, and you will also invite some tester, and of course, product owner will be there. While you are explaining the requirement, we have this new requirement. They may come up with some question. Some question you can straight away answer, and some question you may not. Okay. And you will realize this is the valid question as well. So where you can approach when you can't answer those questions, and product owner also.
Then we go for the external review to the vendor or the client.
Exactly. You will go for external review to the client. Now, I'm going to give you a very important framework, and that you can also use for your motivation. Okay. So this framework is very, very important when you are going to solve any problem in the system or in life. Okay. So this is that much proven because entire industry, they use it. And this framework is called as this. Can someone read the title?
Data-driven decision making.
Exactly. This is called as data-driven decision making framework. It is also called as DDDM. Okay, what it is called as in abbreviation? DDDM. Okay, so the very first thing is over here, when how you can solve any problem. Okay, any problem, it could be any problem of life or any technicality or any functionality. Okay, for that you can reach to the solution by defining the problem. The most problem is that people they talk about the problem, but they cannot talk about the right problem. They don't reach to the problem directly. Okay, so say for example, you reach home, okay, and you are not sounding really happy. Okay, you reach home, you are not sounding really happy, and someone may assume over there that you might have uh, some bad day, and they ask you, okay, are you feeling agitated or frustrated today? What happened? You can say that, okay, I'm not in a good mood. Is that really a problem? You are not in a good mood. Then if someone will ask why you are not in a good mood, I don't want to just talk about it, leave me alone and all. So these things are not defining the problem. But when someone keep on asking, then you will be on a verge that you will complete the statement, I am not feeling good because my pocket was big today, and it has this much amount, and I have lost that much amount. That's why I'm not feeling good today. That defines the problem. Okay, so that's one of the examples. But we will see in the real time how to define a problem. Then what happens when you define a problem, you will have the opportunity to analyze the data sitting inside that problem. With me so far?
Yes.
And when you will analyze those data, while analyzing, you will realize that you are developing some insight. With me so far? Yeah.
Yes.
And one of the insight, you test it, and then you see the result is there in the place, and you can review that. So this is the 5 step: define, analyze, develop, test, and review. Repeat with me. It's define, analyze,
Define, analyze,
test, and review.
Analyze, develop,
One more time together. Define,
analyze,
develop,
develop,
and review.
test and review.
Yeah. So in short, you can remember DAT-TR, DAD-TR. So DAT-TR is what? Yeah. Define the problem, analyze the data, develop insight, test insight, and review the result. Okay. So let's see the real-time example. How many of you use here Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. And even if you are not very much regular, you might have seen its UI, right?
Yes.
User interface. And what happens when you are scrolling Facebook in your phone, sometimes you see some ads pop up. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Whether you
All the
want it
time.
or you don't want it, sometime it pops up. Okay.
Yeah.
So now think from that advertiser point of view, one real-time example, and we are going to look at it. So let's what it says, DDDM example, applying the data-driven decision-making framework to online marketing. Okay. So when you see the advertisement is a part of online marketing. Okay. With me so far?
Yes.
Cool. So let me quickly see if someone is trying to join the session again. Okay, no one. So yeah, so we are going to look at it. Now, this example one says this. It says that problem it is trying to define. What it is written, who can read?
I'm not making any money from my advertising campaign.
Okay, the problem is clear. I'm not making any money from my advertising campaign. Okay. So Harshita had to drop, she said. Something came. Okay, no problem. So guys, in case you are dropping off, remember at the end, there is a very critical and very necessary announcement is there that I want each one of you to know. Okay, so stay till then. Don't miss that. And in case by any chance you miss that, you just catch up with the recording later and then get to know what the announcement was. So this is one very important thing. So the problem is I'm not making any money from my advertising campaign. It means the person is running what?
An advertising company or advertising campaign.
Yeah, they might have agency, they might, but in reality, they are running advertisement for someone. Okay. So this decision-making framework in action, this is the example. The problem is that, can someone read the problem over here?
I'm falling short of my
revenue goal.
Yeah, so thank you so much for reading this out. So here the problem was, they say that I'm not making any money from my advertising campaign. The problem was that he was not making money. But when he asked the question again and again, what they defined the problem, I'm falling short of my revenue goal. So how does it work? That a revenue goal means someone is trying to sell something, okay, over internet. And what happens, they click their website or they click the shop now or learn more button, and they land up to their website and they see some product and one of them buy. Now understand the ratio over here. Say for example, if so we will talk about the example very soon. Let's understand that the problem is clear, that the person is falling short of revenue goal. And then he analyzes this further and he identifies this. What is this? Who can read this?
I am missing my
lead goal KPI by 50%.
Right. So he says that I'm missing my lead goal KPI by 50%. What happens the moment the person lands on the landing page on the website? Now there are two types of people who take a decision to buy and who just look at the product and go back. Okay. Product is visible when they can punch in their name, email address, and phone number, minimum information about them into the form, and they see the product. Okay.
Yes.
So they have already given to view the product, they have exchanged their information. Do you all with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you all are with me and you understand here the information of the prospect has been exchanged with the product view. Okay, the product virtual view. So once product is viewed, now few people take the decision to buy it and few go back. So this is those who given the data, they are called as what? Lead. They are called as lead. So now it says that, okay, I am receiving, say for example, this person using $1,000 to run the advertisement, and this product value is $10, for example. Okay. $10 for example, and only 5 people reach to the website, and out of 5 only 1 person bought the product. So he earned $10 on day. So daily budget is $1,000 and he received only $10. So is he in profit or loss?
Loss.
Loss. Of course, loss. And he realized that why it lost, because conversion was how much?
50%.
Not 50%.
That
It
case,
was
20%.
Yeah.
it was just one person. Okay, one person bought it.
Yeah,
Okay,
1%. Yeah.
so it is quite less. It is very, very less. In the rate of conversion was quite less when it comes to the product price. That was the $1,000. Okay, he only gained $10. So it is really not making any sense. So it says that because the 50% lead goal was dropped. Okay, then they develop the insight further. Okay, then what can be done? So who can read the insight?
I'm missing.
Missing out on 75% of search impression share due to lack of advertising budget.
Okay, so what happens? So there are very rare chance that you search for the product over the Facebook. Do you search for the product over Facebook?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Not necessarily, and yes as well. Then where do you search for product?
Google.
Amazon.
Google.
Goes in our Facebook.
Google and
Google,
Amazon.
YouTube.
Google, YouTube. So imagine these ads are running on Google. Okay. Does it make sense now?
Yes.
Because here it talks about that I'm missing out 75% of search impression. Okay. So you are missing out 75% of search impression. Okay. And it says that I'm missing out 75% of search impression share due to lack of advertisement budget. It means that, so what happens initially when you look at the product, it means that you are impressed by the product. Okay. Impressed by the advertisement. So first, what is created? It creates impression, and after impression, you react. You may give it a like, you may give it some reaction, right? And when you react, and then sometime you leave a comment, you try to interact with the advertiser. That time you engage with that ad. With me so far?
Yes.
So impression, then reaction, and then engagement, and
Engagement.
then lead, and then conversion happens. So these are the 5 steps. With me so far?
Yes.
Yeah. So first you define the problem, you analyze it, and you develop the insight, and you came across that 75% of search impression share was lost due to advertisement budget. Then at the 4th stage, what do you decide? You decide to test it. How would you test that? Can someone read this?
Increase advertising budget by 50% over the course of 30 days.
So you decide, okay, fine, to meet my requirement and conversion and get into the profit, can I increase my advertisement from $100 to $200 for next consecutive 30 days and see if I can make some good conversion or not and yet go in the profit or not. Again, remember, this is the test. It doesn't mean test will always pass. Test may also fail. Okay.
50-50 chances. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So he's doing, by running the campaign, he's doing what? The person is doing what? Marketing.
It's just marketing.
And marketing is all about what?
Testing.
Yes, marketing is all about testing. Knowing that marketing is successful or not, that is tested over here. So result, what happens over here by chance, that this result comes in his favor and he experiences this. Who can read this, the result?
Increased
ad budget, improved impression share, resulting in lead KPIs being achieved and revenue goal realized.
Exactly. So you realize that when the budget was improved, impression increases, and lead KPIs, means lead conversion, are KPI is also key performance index of the lead is being achieved, and revenue goal was realized, means conversion happened. So what it happened, so in the first test, if it would not have really realized the result, in the second or third result it would have, right? So what happens in the testing, you do 3-4 type of testing. When you are doing the concurrent testing, 2 types of testing on internet, with one product with two different advertisement at a time, it is called as split testing. What it is called as?
Split testing.
Yeah, because you split it in two ways and you are testing it. So there you may immediately attract, okay, one is working, one is not performing ad, and there you take a decision to go ahead with one ad at all. Okay, completely. So now let's understand. By the way, let me ask you this question. How many of you are able to understand this example easily?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any one of you who has not understood this example?
It is myself, Janani.
Yes, Janani.
It is, I understand, but I understand since it is a success scenario, we are getting an increased budget. I mean we are achieving the goal. But still, the people who want to still Google or YouTube and go ahead with buying, will that just increase just only by increasing the budget? What will be that scenario?
So here the problem was what? On the revenue. Okay. So when you were analyzing, you read that, okay. So agency was suggesting me to apply $1,000 every day, but he was using $100, for example. Okay. So he did not understand the suggestion. Okay. He said, my budget is this, I will go ahead with that. And agency says that, okay, I can't help, but let's test whether you perform better or not.
Okay.
So they were sharing their gut feeling and recommending $1,000. But you didn't have budget, you did not use $1,000, but you went ahead with only $100. Okay. So it happens with the interaction, communication, conversation, and by understanding the vendor. Okay. Did it make sense, Janani?
Yeah. Now I understand. Okay.
Oh, fantastic. So any other question, everyone? You understood it well? So let's take a deep dive into this and understand. So there are 5 elements. Okay. Problem, analysis, insight, test, and result. I want someone to read the problem who has not yet spoken and had been on mute. So please unmute and read the first line. Problem.
Problem.
Good.
I am falling short of my revenue goal.
Can you also read the analysis?
Analysis. The one.
Yes.
I am missing my monthly lead acquisition goal KPI by 50.
Yeah. So when you need to develop an analysis, or you can define the problem by easily that understanding what exactly you wanted to do. You wanted to earn more money, but you are not earning more money and you are still running the ad. And analysis can be addressed and can be identified by asking the what. Okay, so what exactly the problem is, then you answer this: I'm missing my monthly lead acquisition goal KPI. Say for example, $100 you are spending every single day, and you need how much minimum leads or minimum conversion to reach to the break-even point. If $10 is the cost of product, how much conversion you should have?
10.
10, because you are spending $100.
At least 10.
At least 10. But do you think that 10 people will visit you and all 10 will buy from you? No. So what is the ratio? And I'm going to share share a secret with you, because I have worked in the digital marketing as well. So I know the secret sauce is this, that minimum 10% conversion happen of the whatever the lead amount you take. So if you want 10 people to be converted, how much people should enter in your form area? And they should 100. Because 10 people are 10% of 100. So your lead should be how much? 100. Exactly. So you know the hack, you know the drill, that at least you should invite 100 visitors on your website so that 10 can be converted. And because you are not able to invite 10 people, you were not able to invite 10 people. Now you decided and analyzed that monthly lead should be Say for example, we are not going to talk about daily. $100 was your monthly goal, monthly lead, or 10 people were your monthly lead target. Sorry, 100 people were your monthly lead target, and 10 will be converted out of it. So you decide, I'm missing my monthly lead acquisition goal KPI by 50%. It means you were able to only take in how many people. When it says 50%, it means 50 people are coming in and 5 people are buying.
Yes.
Yes, it means if 5 people would have more come in, then you would have made break even. To bring more 5 people in the conversion, you need to get the lead of more 50 people. And to get more 50 people, you will have to increase the budget, ad budget. So let's understand why part, why people are not coming in the inside. So I want one person who has not yet spoken. Please unmute yourself and read this inside for me, please.
Inside the why. I am missing out on 75% of my search impression due to lack of advertising budget compared to my closest bid competitors.
Okay, now because it is talking about bid competition, it means that it is Google or YouTube ad. So it says that he's missing the 75% of search impression due to lack of advertising budget compared to the closest bid competitor. Say, for example, he has XYZ competitor as well, and you can take the rivalry in your name, that you are running your own ad and you see that someone is in your competition, they are making good, and you understand that just because of 75% search impression did not happen, thereby you did not attract the good lead, and because thereby did not attract the good lead, thereby did not happen the good conversion. Okay, and for that, when you were asking this question, you realize this, that it is 75% search impression is missing. So you decide, then you will test it, and there you come up with the another question, how to test it. So you remember what is the problem? First, you need to define. Again, when you ask the what, then it gives you the analysis. And when you ask the why, it gives you the insight. And when you ask the how, it gives you the power to test. So I want someone who has not yet spoken, please unmute and read this how part for me.
I'm going
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Saita. Please read complete.
Well, I'm going to test increasing my advertising spend by 50% of the cost of a month to see if I can increase my search impression share.
Yeah, so even he was not sure, right? And he says that I'm going to test increasing my advertising spend by 50% of the course of a month to see if I can increase my search impression share. So even if he's not sure, he is ready to test it, right? He's ready to test it. Yeah. So he's ready to test that, and he decided that I will increase the advertisement spend by how much percent?
50%. 50%.
Yeah, is that right? How much percent, everyone? You all can unmute and say
50%.
exactly, it's 50%. Now what is the result? So result is as a return of advertisement spend should be realized well. Okay, so let's understand the result. So who can read this result for me?
Increased advertising budget resulted in a 100% increase in search impression share, resulting in my lead acquisition goal KPI being achieved. I have compared these results against my return on advertising spends.
Okay, this is spelling mistake. It's advertising. Okay.
Yeah, advertising spend, OAS, and return on investment, ROI, figures for the last 30 days compared to the month, and I can see improvements here as well.
So what is the final result? The result is the improvement, right? Okay. So you see that when you increase the budget, the search impression was also increased. Okay, when search impression was also increased, you see that So between search and lead, what were lying? It was reaction. It was before search impression, something comes as a reach. What it comes?
Reach.
Yeah. After reach, search impression happens. Okay. After impression is reaction, and then engagement, and then lead, and then conversion happens. Okay. So few things are hidden over here, but when you compare the two results, you find that this time the return on advertisement spend and return on investment figure for the last 30 days to previous month, when you compared, there was improvement. Okay, so ROAS is nothing but the return on advertising spend, and ROI is return on investment. Return on what, everyone?
Investment.
Yeah.
Investment.
And when I'm asking you the question, I would really appreciate when you will interact with me. Okay, when you could unmute and give me response. I know that each one of you are listening. Otherwise, I would know that only few of you are listening. Okay, so I want to remain engaged with all of you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's move further. Okay, last thing, which is very, very important. And the good part is that in next session, I'm not going to take any new people, because we will be shifting the gears and we will be getting into more details of it. But again, I know it is not in my control, but still that should be my intention. So it talks about analytics with Excel. Okay, so anyone has any questions so far?
Yeah, Gaurav. Audible? Hey, Gaurav.
Hey, Akshi, you are audible. Yeah, you had any question?
I just want to know, like, are you going to share this PowerPoint or whatever the
Okay,
document?
so as I asked, this is a very important question. As I asked all of you to repeat whatever you have learned. Okay, so and that is number one. Number two is that this is the part of Guru's course. So you are given only the video, and when you go through the video involving all of your five senses, because you are repeating, you don't need this PPT as well. So you need to, even you can recreate the notes by referring to the videos only. So videos will be shared with you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So you're welcome.
Sure.
So let's now understand what is analytics. Analytics in Excel, you play with what? Can someone answer me?
Data.
Data. That's beautiful answer. Thank you so much. So yes, you play with data, and when you start playing with data, there are chances you would love to analyze those data, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
And when you would analyze the data, and in Excel, that time it is called as what? Analytics, business analytics. So let's understand the value between business analysis and business analytics. So I want someone to read this for me.
The focus
The
of business
focus of business
analytics.
analytics is data and reporting, analyzing past business performance and predicting future business performance. The focus of business analysis is functions and processes, that is identifying business needs and recommending solutions.
Thank you so much, Kia, and that's brilliant. Yes. So now what we are going to look at it using Excel, how you can generate more data with the existing data, and you can analyze the report, and you can generate various report. By analyzing various report, what you are going to understand about the business, because when you are embracing and encoding some data from somewhere into the Excel, you are going to analyze, which we call it as a business performance. Say, for example, sales. Okay, anything is a sort of business. Okay, so you are bringing business into Excel, and when you are using that data, you are actually analyzing business performance using that data. Okay, with me so far?
Yes.
Yes. And the focus of business analysis is function and processes. So you by using that, you identify two things. Okay, one is the business requirement as well as the solution which can be recommended. Okay, When you analyze two things, say for example, you are analyzing business performance, say for example, last year performance and this year performance, you see it was good, then you think that, hey, we can remain consistent and we can increase sales by this percent, and we can remain consistent and performing better next year as well. If you did not perform better, what you will do? You will still enhance your sales target and you will try to achieve and meet the previous years of target. At least can you analyze it in this way when you put the data in front of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is very important to bring all the data in written in front of you and remain, and it should be visible to you. So thereby it enhances and increase the value of visualization and reporting. Reporting could be the reporting in front of you or self-reporting. It could be only for you or for many. With me so far?
Yes.
Okay, so because here we have touched the time, I'm going to stop this screen. And before I announce, I want to ask you, do you have any questions so far?
No.
No.
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
So if no question, what I want to do, the one who has joined here, and if you have not filled the form is here in the chat window in the Zoom. You need to click that. When you will click that, you need to fill three things. Okay, name, phone number, and there are 4 or 5 questions that will take around 6 seconds to fill in. So while you are filling in, you continue to fill. I am now going to ask you one question. So everyone, take your time, take your 6 to 7, 8 seconds and fill. Everyone has to fill because its impact is there on your activities. So it is must to fill this Google form. I have a question to Colin now. Colin, it was your day one, I guess, day 1 or 2. What do you feel like saying about today's learning? Was it easy to understand? You could digest it or not? So what do you feel like at feeling level? What you're feeling right now, Colin?
Okay, so I love the fact that it's actually interactive, and also the communication is okay. So I enjoyed the lesson.
You enjoy the session. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Colin. Thank you so much for sharing. Jennifer, what do you feel like saying, Jennifer?
I enjoyed the session. I like the progression of the topics, the way it went. So made it easy to follow through and understand.
Thank you so much, Jennifer, for sharing that. I'm glad that you could also understand. Ritika, what do you feel like saying?
Hi, Gaurav. Was
Hi.
very easy to understand and always curious that what will be in the next class.
Wow, brilliant. Thank you so much that you are curious, and I'm glad about it. Kia, that's your day one. What do you feel like saying?
Well, I would say that, yeah, it was great, very clear and concise, so easy to understand. And also the way you are reaching us out, like, in terms of interaction, it is also too great. So thank you so much.
Awesome, Kia. Thank you so much. It's your day one and you are able to understand. I'm glad about it. So I want to re-emphasize over here, don't leave till I announce it once everyone is done. And meanwhile, I'm talking to each one of you. The first timer, please go ahead and click the form in the chat window and fill this form and come back and type into the chat window done. Okay, so after KR, let me ask you, Inba. Inba, I believe this is your another day. So what do you feel like saying?
The session was really good, Gaurav. I like the way regarding the matter that was presented, and it was easy to understand. And I think with more focus, things should be easy from now on.
Yeah, thank you so much, Inba. I'm glad that you shared. So, Pooja, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, sir, it was, as usual, it was easy to understand, and I am excited to learn more about business analysts.
Awesome. I love this excitement. Thank you so much for sharing this. Unnati, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, so as always, the session is very good, and I just very happy the way you explain simple things with the simple examples. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Unnati. I'm glad that you are able to understand. Ashi, you could unmute yourself and please share what you feel like saying.
It was a good session, very precise, and I really appreciate how you make it so easy to understand for everyone.
Thank you so much, Ashi. I appreciate that too. So let's move to Priyanka. Priyanka, what do you feel like saying? I know it's your day one.
Yeah, it's my day one, and I found the session very interesting and very simple and easy to understand. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the sessions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Priyanka. Amazing. Great to know that you are able to understand this. Let's move to Pallavi. Pallavi, what do you feel like saying, Pallavi?
Yeah, simple examples make it easy to understand and very interactive session with everyone.
Thank you so much, Pallavi. I'm glad that you're finding it interactive. Jyoti, yeah, I understand it's your day one as well. What do you feel like saying?
I really enjoyed it, and really I like your style of teaching. But my question is, when is going to be the next class?
Okay, yeah, I'm coming to that. So for that, I want all of you to stay till the end. And meanwhile, all of you need to fill the form which is in the chat window and write
I'm
down
trying
done.
to find that, but I cannot find it. I tried to copy paste it, and
Just click on that, or what I'll
Yeah,
do,
so
I'll also
sorry to
put in.
interrupt you.
Yeah, I will also
Sorry,
put
guys.
it
So
into chat WhatsApp group. Yes, go ahead. Who was telling that?
Gaurav, it was me, Kia. So I
Yes,
was
Kia.
about to tell everyone that, yeah, even I was facing that issue.
Okay.
So what I did is I just pasted that link into a private, private Google Chrome or browser, and it worked. So yeah.
Okay, no problem. And it has been also posted now in the WhatsApp group. So there also you can click and do that. Okay, so let's move further. And thank you so much, Jyoti, for sharing that. Let's move to Sahita. Sahita, what do you feel like saying?
The session was good, Gaurav. I understand everything. Yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Sahita, for sharing that. I'm glad that you're able to understand. Ramani, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, the information is very interactive and informative. I find it very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ramani. Tushar, what do you feel like saying?
As usual, it was very easy to understand.
Thank you so much, Tushar. Let's move to Smriti. Smriti, what do you feel like saying? You need to unmute yourself before you speak. Yeah.
The session was very interesting, and the way you thought made it very simplified.
Thank you so much. You found it in simplified too. Thank you so much, Preeti, sharing that. Preeti, yes, Preeti, what do you feel like saying?
It was a very interactive session, so I really enjoyed it with a lot of information, and you made it really simple to understand.
Thank you so much, Preeti. I'm glad that you felt engaged in the session. Desdemona, what do you feel like saying?
Thank you, Gaurav. Again, it was an interesting session and very easy to understand session. Thank you.
Super. Thank you so much, Desdemona. You found it interesting. Mamta, what do you feel like saying?
It was interactive and easy to understand.
Interactive and easy to understand. Thank you so much for sharing that. Harsh, what do you feel like saying, sir?
Great interactive session, and as usual, very easy to understand.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm loving that you are finding it all easy to understand. Let's move to Abdul. Abdul, what do you feel like saying?
It was a good session, learned something new, and looking forward for the next session.
Okay, I'm going to share one hack after every one of you have shared already. Why I do ask every single time this question. So Yakshi, what do you feel like saying? Thank you so much, Abdul, for sharing.
For the session, that session was very good and it was very interactive, and you made it very easy and understandable for the new beginners.
Thank you so much, Yakshi. I'm glad that you could understand being the day one. So Janani, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, first, thank you, Gaurav, for the insight that you gave us. It was very comprehensive and it shared all the appropriate things as a beginner that we all needed to know. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Janani. Vimal, what do you feel like saying? Vimal, you need to unmute. Yes, sir.
Yes, hi, Gaurav, sir. Thank you. Yeah, session was really good. The examples given were really nice. Everything was really easy to understand. And yeah, and we missed Prerna ma'am also.
Yeah, so I'll pass this message. Thank you so much for only bearing with me today.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much. Siva Shakti, what do you feel like saying?
Hi, sir. Thank you for teaching in the easiest way. So it was informative and interesting. I could able to follow you in each and every step. So thank you very much again.
Super. I'm glad that you could follow every single step. Amrita, what do you feel like saying?
Hi. Today's session was very interesting and, as usual, easy to understand, and I really enjoyed.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Amrita. Pratiksha, what do you feel like saying?
Gaurav, I would just say like everybody is saying it was really easy to understand, and I want to say it's getting interesting day by day. So I'm excited for the upcoming sessions.
Wow, easy and interesting as well. Thank you so much for sharing that. Nikita, what do you feel like saying? First of all, can
Yeah.
we really applaud for Nikita, because Nikita comes forward and the question even the new person can ask, she is ready to answer. I really love the spirit, and this is what is needed as a Scrum Master. It's a very vigilant leadership trait. So thank you so much, Nikita, for doing that. I really
No
appreciate
problem,
that.
sir. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
you're welcome.
And my heartfelt gratitude to you and to Prerna ma'am for both of you conducting such wonderful session, explaining us in such a wonderful and beautiful and a simplest way possible. So thank you so much. I thoroughly enjoyed today's session as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikita. Thank you so much. Yeah, and you're welcome as well. So let's move to Monica. Monica, what do you feel like saying?
It was very informative, and the examples you gave, it made me so simplified and easy to understand.
All right. Thank you so much, Monica. You found it easy.
Thank you, sir.
Let's move to Jalpa. Jalpa, what do you feel like saying?
Thank you, Gaurav, for teaching us. Very interesting. It was very nice.
Mhm. Thank you so much. So now let me quickly tell you the hack over here. Why do I go ahead and ask at the end, how did you make, how it made you feel? Because this is what I expect you to do once you get place, because you need to get your all audience engaged. Okay, so your focus should be that as a business analyst, if some requirement is being delivered and explained, your audience should understand. Okay, and when you are asking, you must cross check with your customer as well whether they are understanding you or not. So that's the importance of engagement even once you get placed. And ask you, I engage you in a way that you can model it later. You need not to copy, but definitely you can model this type of engagement once you get placed. So is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, say
Yes.
yes, everyone can
Yeah.
by unmuting.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes, yes.
now the thing is, what is the announcement? Do you know that I encourage each one of you to go through RRP station, okay? Reference, review, resume preparation. You need to repeat that. So why you need to repeat that? Because it's a marketability, visibility, and credibility as well. More you are visible, you install your own credibility with your HR and Devji, so that you can get more visibility and more marketability, and your chances to go ahead will increase. The way the requirements for your placement is coming up, I want you should be so much be on toes, so that even if you want to go through the previous recording, you can go through that. And what you can do is that by doing so, you can quickly change or modify your existing CV as per the requirement. And in case you find that something is something you want to learn, you can come back to us and you can ask that this is the tool which I have not heard, this is the software I have not heard, I want to learn it in a very quickest and fastest way. I'm going to tell you that how you can learn and yet crack the interview. So this is going to help you to expedite your placement. So is it going to help you guys, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, thank you so much. So now, Yakshi, I'm not your HR, so you need to identify who is your HR. Okay, I'm just a trainer. Me and Prerna are trainer. So now the announcement is this. Okay, listen very closely. The way the requirements are coming up, me and Prerna decided we need to include one more day. Okay, in your learning. So it is just not going to be the like earlier. We decided that we will teach you in a consecutive manner, not only just Sunday, but we will now include Monday and Tuesday. So it will be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday will be your brother day. Your working day will be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And for that, I'm going to share my screen one more time. So can you give me at least 5 minutes minimum so that I can
Yes.
explain?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So just give me a second. And thank you so much for agreeing for this 5 minutes. So let's move further. Okay. So how the days would be? So days would be Sunday is going to be the technical session. Okay. Sunday is going to be technical session, and Monday again is going to be the technical session. Okay. Once Monday is going to be the technical session, then Tuesday is also going to be the technical session and RRP session. Okay, wait a second.
Tuesday.
So Sunday 9:30 p.m. EST, Monday 9:30 p.m. EST, and Tuesday 9:30 p.m. EST. And on Tuesday you also attend RRP session. It is very vital not to miss this. Okay, it increases your visibility, credibility, and marketability. And even though it may sound repeated, I know this is very tough for minds, and all of us are minds. Okay, to stay focused, and you are repeating every single thing. But remember, you have to get this. Okay, and for that, more visible you are, more credible and more marketable you become. This is my humble request to attend RRP session every single time, because you need to let them know that you are here to get placed, not just for training. With me so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you promise me to attend RRP session, everyone?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have one
Yes.
question.
Yeah, please go ahead and ask the
Yeah,
question.
the RRP sessions I see are usually in the afternoons. Will they be any time in the evening?
Yes.
Yes, after 27th of April.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Nikita, for sharing this. So this is generally attended by each one of you. So as Nikita says that after 27th of April, it is going to be also in the evening. So be ready for that. So attend RRP session. Now, Wednesday, what do I expect? So whatever you learn on Sunday, that assignment you are going to do on Wednesday. Okay, you need to post the video of summary or whatever I had asked you to do, that you are going to do that. Okay, then Thursday being your RRP session and assignment day again, because whatever on Monday you have learned, you need to showcase the notes you have taken, and you are going to share in the video that this is what I'm going to explain, and explain that in a way that even 5 years old can understand. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
And again, utilize this Friday for two things if you can. If not, at least for this thing. Okay, you do the assignment. Okay, you submit that, and on Saturday you can do two things: just chill, relax, and repeat whatever learned. Prepare some question and answer, and do your personal research as well. I'm very much glad the way Pallavi has done her initiative, and she learned extra, and she cracked the PSM1 certification. I want each one of you to go extra mile so that you can also come back with the certification. Those who have already learned Agile and Scrum, now you are well set to crack some certification. Like you can start with Scrum study, and you can you have got the power to attain the safe certification as well. And trust me, many of you who have learned whatever we have taught, on that only they have cracked the certification. So Pallavi, appreciate that.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, Gaurav. This is Jyoti.
Yes,
And I have
Jyoti.
a question. Where can we get the BA certificate, or we don't have that?
Okay, so from Guru Schools, what you get only the completion certificate that this is the course you have done. What others are doing, they are not depending upon Guru School certification. Like Pallavi Pallavi is not going to even ask for this, even though she has completed, because she has the genuine standard from the board she has got from PMI, the PSM. So there are three boards: IIBA, PSM, PMI, and Scrum Alliance. So if you get any certification or prepare yourself to gain crack the certification from them, you know, every company needs from them. Okay, every company needs a certified candidate from either PMI or Scrum Alliance, or this IIBA. So if you are doing the certification from there, you're good to go. Okay, otherwise Guru School is anyway going to give you certification of completion. Okay,
One
so
thing, can you repeat from where we can get the certificate?
so as I say, IIBA, Scrum Alliance.
IBA.
Yeah, IIBA. So for that, you please go ahead and refer to the day one recording, which you missed. So there I have explained. Yeah.
Or they can also text me personally. I will reply to everyone if they have any question.
Oh, yeah, sure. Because Pallavi has done, she is happily ready to, respond. So you can remain in touch with her. So yeah, so great. Thank you so much. So it is clear how you are going to connect it with us together for all 7 days. So is it okay? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, everyone, 9:30 p.m. And I want really all of you, this is my humble request, folded hand request, start getting place. I don't know how you are going to get, run behind your HRs, run behind the requirement, come back to us and tell that this is the requirement. I want myself to mold into it. Please help me to get place. And I am always happy for you to get place. Okay, cool. And thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your learning and your enthusiasm and your energy and the spirit that you have done it. I'm really glad to serve you today. You all are awesome. So this is the clap for you, because initially you clapped for learning to get the deep learning. This is for the summary. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care. And good night, all of you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.